Hi, I'm Dan Dennison, Chairman and Founding Partner of Dennison Consulting. Glad to be with you today to share some of the things that we've learned over the years in our research on telework and some of the things that we've learned very quickly in these last few weeks about how to work in the new virtual environment. This is a complement to the article, the Transform article that Brian Adkins and Jasmeet Kaur just published that's a part of this communication. And I want to comment on that and add a few things to that. We've all learned so much in just these last week or two about how to work in a virtual environment. And I think it's important to reflect and step back for a minute and see how much there is to learn, how much we can improve, because sometimes the virtual environment, if you do it right, is actually a better situation. You can get more done. You can save a lot of time. So I want to share some of those thoughts with you today. The first thing I'd like to emphasize is how important it is to stay informed. It's hard. It's very difficult. All of the informal water cooler, saw you in the hall last week, just want to follow up, discussion is gone. And keeping track of who's doing what and how the pieces fit together is ever more important. So working out your own method where you do stay informed, you stay in communication, checking in, touch base, check-in meetings so that you're up to speed on who's doing what and deliberately communicating about what each group in an organization is doing. So that everyone knows, because it's very hard. It tends to be out of sight, out of mind when we don't really bump into each other, but it can be done. Second point I'd like to emphasize is how important decision process is. That it's always important. It was important before, but now clarifying the purpose of a meeting, the mission, the deliverables, the standing meetings that you always had in real form. You need to keep with those. And figure out what's the best way to have those same meetings, those same routine meetings that make up the structure of the firm. Those need to be replicated on a virtual scale. And you know what? There's some positive points to that. Virtual meetings tend to be shorter. They tend to be more focused. An agenda is more important than ever. And making them tighter with more clear deliverables at the end of each meeting is a good discipline for us, and we really can take a step forward. I think the third thing is big meetings, town hall meetings. So many stories that I've heard just in the last few days about organizations that created meetings with hundreds of people. You do see a lot of faces out there. You do see a lot of reactions in a video conference. And this can be such an effective way to lead our organizations and to make people feel included. It's all really the art of learning how to lead when you're not there. Being clear about the vision, the clarity and priority of your mission is more important than ever. Establishing your own presence and your accessibility so that you can stay close to people even when you're far apart, that's more important now than ever. This is true with internal meetings in any organization, but it's also true with meetings that you have with clients, with customers, with suppliers, with colleagues, with associations. All of those go on and can be done very effectively through a virtual means. But we need to keep doing those and knitting our organizations in to the rest of the business world, the rest of the world that we're a part of. And we need to go out of our way to make a special effort because we need to develop some new habits and some new routines and a new way of working so that you kind of find your own routine. How you communicate really counts. Is it a video conference? Is it email? Is it text or tweet? And the methods that you choose and how you make those a part of your routine is a real core part of creating the new brand that each of us have as a leader, but in a new environment where most of our communication needs to be virtual and we can't rely on face-to-face communications. These are some of the things that we've learned very quickly in the last couple of weeks as everything has become virtual. And it's not all bad. I want to be optimistic. It's another learning contest. Each day learning something new that you can do better than you've done before, even though it's in a different environment where we have to reach out and we have to use different means to do it. To me, that's not only a great source of energy and a sense of progress that I get from adapting to this new environment, but there are also principles that'll stay with us a long time. The article that Jazz and Brian wrote on telework helps capture many of these insights. This is based on a lot of research that we've done with clients about what they've learned over the years prior to this challenge, the current challenge, about working virtually and entering into the new world of telework in a way that's curious, learning, motivated, and looking forward to the future. Thank you. I hope it helps, and we're always glad to hear from you.